Polaris pushed the envelope of sport performance in the sport utility side-by-side segment in 2016 with the release of the General 1000, featuring an engine and chassis based on the pure sport RZR S trail models. Never letting off the gas, Polaris further enhanced the General's handling, suspension, and ability to conquer terrain with the release of the General XP 1000 in 2020. With a 2021 General XP 1000 Deluxe in our hands and a few rides under our belts, here's our thoughts on why it remains an extremely viable contender in the 1000cc sport utility segment. UTV On Demand's test of the 2021 Polaris General XP 1000 was made possible by Dirt Commander 2.0 tires from GBC, a bold redesign of the original, offering 8-ply radial construction with enhanced performance and durability in all conditions. Redesigned tread blocks flex more and improve cleanout. Acceleration and braking are improved with their square profile, putting more tread in contact with the ground. Elongated shoulder knobs provide enhanced protection and grip for powering through corners and obstacles with confidence. Learn more at gbctires.com. Maxima side-by-side engine oil. An ester-based full synthetic oil blended with a unique balance of surface-active, anti-wear, and extreme pressure additives to ensure smooth, trouble-free operation under extended periods of use. Lower operating temperatures increase horsepower and keep your engine running clean. With Maxima side-by-side synthetic oil, the only oil formulated specifically for your high-performance UTV. Planet Side-by-Side makes upgrading your ride fast and affordable with their price match guarantee and free shipping on orders over $99. A leader in wheel and tire packages, they stock System 3, Maxxis, ITP, Fuel, Method Race wheels, and more. Planet Side-by-Side serves your off-road audio needs with brands like Wet Sounds, SSV Works, and Rockford Fosgate. For all your side-by-side needs with no interest financing available, visit planetsidebyside.com. Starting at $22,999 for the base model, the General XP 1000 Deluxe comes pretty well appointed. For $1,000 more, the Hunting Focus Pursuit Edition features a Kolpin gun mount and boot, rear cargo box rack, 11-inch Pro Armor light bar, and stealth black camo color scheme. For an added $2,000, our XP 1000 Deluxe came outfitted with Polaris's factory-installed Ride Command upgrade, which includes their Ride Command infotainment system, which provides GPS, group ride connectivity, viewing of the package's front and rear-facing cameras, replication of the instrument display, control over the upgraded Rockford Fosgate Stage 4 audio, and more. With the factory-installed Ride Command package bringing our General Deluxe to an as-tested price of $24,999, we'd simply take another grand out of the kids' college fund and buy the $25,999 Factory Custom Edition. It comes standard with Ride Command, Rockford Fosgate Stage 4 audio, Pro Armor Hexler beadlock wheels, an 11-inch Pro Armor light bar, stitched race-inspired steering wheel, plus custom seats with embroidered badging. With a couple inches of snow on the ground to set the General free, we loaded up and headed down to 250-acre Dirty Turtle Off-Road Park, located in Bedford, Kentucky. They've got trails for most skill levels and one of the nicest short course tracks for side-by-sides in our area. We snagged one of their climate-controlled cabins, providing a place to warm up between rides. With a garage, store, bathhouse, and cabins, they offer more amenities per acre than most ride parks we've visited. The General is powered by a water-cooled, fuel-injected 999cc parallel twin-cylinder Polaris ProStar engine. It produces a competitive 100 horsepower, like its pure sport RZR S 1000 counterpart. A fully automatic Polaris variable CVT-style transmission features high and low forward ranges, plus neutral reverse and park. Drive modes include Polaris all-wheel drive, two-wheel drive, and turf mode, which allows you to unlock the rear differential to prevent damaging your manicured lawn while turning. Take a stab at the throttle, and the General XP 1000 does not disappoint. Off-idle clutching is snappy as we typically want from a sport machine, but it kept us 2-foot driving in the garage, where a couple of inches count. On the trail, the snappy clutch engagement and good low-end power get the General rolling with some authority. Not only fun, it's appreciated when negotiating chunky terrain or attacking climbs with little run at the bottom. The engine's responsive sporty feeling is carried throughout the RPM range, with peak power topping out at 8,500 RPMs and peak torque at 7,500 RPMs. Power and responsiveness remain strong throughout the mid-range, making it fun to mash the gas exiting turns. You can get the General sideways, even in dry conditions, topping out at around 68 miles per hour in high range. There's plenty of top speed when the trail opens up. Low range tops out at around 28 miles per hour, allowing you to haul heavy loads, maneuver tighter trail sections, and tackle steep climbs, without the need to continuously switch back and forth between low and high range. Our only complaint with the engine came when climbing a steep icy hill in low range. We were easily reaching the rev limiter due to excessive wheel spin. Instead of rapidly bouncing off the rev limiter similar to a dirt bike or sport ATV, the rev limiter pulses similar in feeling to traction control in an automobile. This stopped our forward momentum on a couple of occasions, preventing us from making the climb. We didn't experience this when climbing in low range under typical trail conditions, or when climbing in the ice and snow while we were in high range. If you're concerned about hitting the rev limiter, you can simply install a Dynajet Power Vision module and reflash the ECU, raising the rev and speed limits in low and high gears. Pair the Power Vision with a good aftermarket exhaust system like HMF's Performance Series, stainless steel Titan XL or Titan Quiet, and you can add up to 5 additional horsepower to the General. Many people will be interested to know that HMF offers their twin-loop exhaust for the General, which runs about 8 decibels quieter than stock without impacting horsepower. The General doesn't come with any fancy throttle mode switches. Instead, it relies on one of the most ergonomically correct gas pedals in the business, making modulating the throttle easy while crawling over bumps, while still delivering the type of responsiveness we expect from a cable-actuated throttle. When the trail turns downhill or you let off the throttle at speed, the XP delivers an effective amount of engine braking without feeling overly powerful at speed, especially in high range. We run Polaris drive system in all-wheel drive a majority of the time, regardless of conditions, to maximize traction and steering precision. When the rear tires rotate marginally faster than the fronts, front-wheel drive is engaged, providing locked-in four-wheel drive. If you drive in the sand, let alone in the snow like we were, four-wheel drive is engaged pretty much all of the time. We found it to work pretty flawlessly regardless of conditions, including ice and snow. Built to withstand the trail and the rigors of hauling and towing, the General steel chassis is protected on the underside from behind the A-arms to the rear of the machine by lightweight plastic skid plates. Dual A-arms with high-clearance lower arms are found at both ends, with the back end's construction looking especially stout. 14 inches of suspension travel front and rear is at the shorter end of the relatively narrow gap separating suspension travel in the class. However, the General XP 1000's Walker Evans Velocity Series shocks feature spring preload and 15-way compression damping adjustment, offering the ability to fine-tune the ride a bit more than the 3-way compression adjustable Fox shocks used by the competition. Sway bars are found at both ends. The XP 1000 rolls on 30-10-15 Pro Armor Crawler XG tires mounted on 15-inch cast aluminum wheels. An 83-inch wheelbase is a noteworthy 7.6 inches shorter than that of the new Can-Am Commander XTP. While a longer wheelbase can add stability, a shorter wheelbase improves agility and maximizes the effectiveness of the General's competitive 13.5 inches of ground clearance. The General delivers a combination of agility, stability, and steering precision that make it a lot of fun to drive. It's right at home weaving back and forth on twisty trails while doing well at keeping body roll in check. Its handling encourages you to drive hard out of turns and provides a secure feeling on side hills. In spite of the slippery conditions in which we filmed, we were impressed with how precise the General's steering remained. The unique, more open-channeled tread of the front Pro Armor Crawler tires maintained directional control even while the back end was stepping out. Polaris power steering is light and well-balanced at various speeds, making it easy to work the wheel from one direction to the other while filtering out jarring impacts. Of course, the XP's handling wouldn't be nearly as impressive without suspension that can soak up some gnarly terrain, and it most certainly can. The General XP delivers a plusher, more comfortable ride off the top than the RZR S 1000, doing better at taking the edge off small bumps while still retaining a good amount of bottoming resistance for G-outs or times that all four tires leave the trail. Test driver Brent Johnson felt the shocks really firm up on a couple of occasions on Dirty Turtle's short course track, but never felt them bottom harshly. Braking power is provided by hydraulic disc brakes with dual piston calipers at all four corners, utilizing steel-braided brake lines. Braking power and feel are both sports side-by-side worthy. The pedal is comfortable, and the power is well balanced front to rear. Stepping in and out of the cabin is easy and unobstructed, with a generous amount of shoulder and legroom inside for two fully grown men. We initially missed the soft touch points found in the Yamaha RMAX until we realized that our legs weren't touching either side of the cockpit. The half doors look great and open with inner and outer handles. We'd like the doors to fit a bit more snugly when closed, reducing noise, and for the inner handles to feel a bit more rigid. The concave shape of the inner door expands room inside the cockpit, with a higher line at the rear of the door adding to the feeling of security, without the somewhat intrusive shoulder bolsters used on other machines. The door's higher lines and design of the fenders offer a good amount of protection from flying debris. A good roof is always appreciated, and Polaris ProFit Sport Roof comes standard. The seats are fine for casual cruising, but for serious sport riding, new seats might top our upgrade list. The stock seats move around a bit, and a shape that makes you feel more planted would be more fitting of a side-by-side with this much performance on tap. The driver's seat offers 4 inches of adjustment fore and aft with its automotive-style slider. The steering wheel offers 41.6 degrees of tilt adjustment. The passenger has handholds on the center console and on the door, foregoing the T-shaped handle used on the RZR models, which is still the best design for bracing in our opinion. Our drivers agreed that the General's interior is spacious. Test driver Brent Johnson wished for a bit higher sightline from the front of the cage. Although the view of the trail in front of the machine is good, the standard rearview mirror works well. We love the combination analog and digital instrument display, allowing you to reference speed and RPM at a glance via the gauges, with tons more information available through the easily read backlit 4-inch LCD digital display. It tilts with the steering wheel for easy viewing. Interior LED floor lights are another premium touch on the entry-level XP. Dual cup holders, multiple open trays, a glove box in the dash, and one in the center console provide in-cab storage. There's 2 outlets to power your electronics, one in the dash and one in the center console. The dash has multiple cutouts that will need to be cut out for installing switches. A 6-position bus bar is located under the hood, allowing you to easily plug in and power accessories. The General XP 1000 is built to get work done. The hydraulically assisted tilt cargo bed is rated to hold the class standard 600 pounds. Unlike its competitors, the bed's release handles are located out in the open under the rear fenders, ensuring they'll be covered in whatever the rear tires throw up. Metal hooks in the bed's floor allow you to tie down cargo. The bed's sides are channeled for easy partitioning. Holes running along the top of the bed allow for easy attachment of Polaris lock and ride accessories, offering a ton of options on how to expand the storage and usefulness of the General. A 2-inch hitch receiver allows the General to borrow a hitch from most pickups. The XP 1000 is rated to tow 500 pounds less than its other in-class competitors, but we suspect that the General's 1,500 pounds of towing capacity will be plenty for those interested in sport performance first and utility use second. A factory-installed Polaris 4,500-pound HD winch takes care of one of the biggest must-have items for exploring or work. LED high and low beam headlights with LED accent lights are found up front, with LED tail and brake lights out back. Polaris made do-it-yourself maintenance easy. The airbox and large paper filter are located under the bed behind the cabin, allowing easy tool-free access. Drive belt access is available in minutes, although it's something you should rarely have a problem with if you use low range for towing or prolonged low-speed driving. Polaris also provides easy access for oil changes, with easy-to-follow how-to videos available on their YouTube channel. Having wanted to review the General XP 1000 for over a year, we come away impressed with its performance. It certainly is good, if not better than we originally imagined. While it's no longer the standalone single unit in the 64-inch sport utility side-by-side segment, it should certainly be competitive with the Yamaha RMAX and Can-Am Commandeer come shootout time. In its second year in production, Polaris has also had the opportunity to work out any first-year bugs. If we were in the market for a seriously fun trail machine with the capability to camp, hunt, or get work done, we'd feel really good about putting a Polaris General XP 1000 in our garage. Learn more about the Polaris General XP 1000 and their full line of side-by-sides and ATVs at polarisoffroad.com.